Hello guys, what is up? Today is another weigh-in video, and as promised, I'm going to talk a little bit about my new workout routine. But before I get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the next video. And if you do find this video helpful or you do like it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Now let's get into it. Now for my workout routine, it has been pretty consistent with the way that I set it up. Before I start weightlifting, I usually do 5 minutes of cardio just for a warm-up, and I typically use the treadmill, the row machine, or the bicycle. I find that this helps prepare me and just get my heart rate up before I start the weight. Now, as I mentioned in a previous video, I usually take a day to work on a specific muscle group. So for example, one day for my legs, one day for my abs, and one day for my arms and back. I just find that this really helps me concentrate on the correct muscle groups and making sure that I'm working them enough. So for this video specifically, what I'm going to be showing you is what I do for my legs. Usually before I do my squats, I do specific weight machines to target the right muscle groups. So working on my quadriceps and glutes. But today someone else was using those machines, so I just started off with squats. Now I try to do 10 reps of the squats, but I don't have heavy weights because I don't think right now I'm used to having the right posture. So my concentration here right now is my posture, making sure that I'm not gonna hurt myself and I develop the proper form before I add on too much weight. So the maximum weight that I've done so far is 20 pounds, and that's enough for me. Now, after squatting, I worked on my quadriceps and glutes. First, I went for my quadriceps, doing that machine where you're lifting up your legs. Now, my goal for these ones is just doing 8 to 10 reps and then repeating that 4 to 5 times, depending on the number that I can get to. Now, the reason my reps are lower is because I'm concentrating on the amount of weight and posture, because I'm really working to try and grow those muscle groups in order to tone and help me lose weight. So that's why sometimes I'll do 4 sets, sometimes I'll do 5, depending on the amount of reps that I can get to. So if I go to 10 reps for each set, then I'm only gonna do 4. But if I get to, let's say, about 8 reps for one of the sets, then I go up to 5 sets. After working on my quadriceps, I work on my glutes. And this one is like the leg curl machine. And again, the maximum that I could do was about 40 kilograms. And let me tell you, I seriously felt it afterwards. I couldn't lay down anymore. I had to jump up and kind of move around to get my legs going again, making sure that they still worked. And for this machine, I usually do the same thing that I did for my quadriceps. So 8 to 10 reps and doing 4 to 5 sets. Now for this next machine, it is concentrating on my glutes and also the sides of my hips. And this is a superset. So I do 10 kickbacks and then 10 side leg raises. And I usually do 4 to 5 sets with these. Now I really do love this workout because it's concentrating more on the booty and also the hip dips. I really want to kind of fill out the hip dips that I have, and I believe that this workout has been helping with that. Now, the maximum amount of weight that I could do for the kickbacks was 60 kilograms, which is about 132 pounds. And for the side leg raises, I did 35 kilograms, which is about 77 pounds. Now for this last machine I'm using, it is concentrating on the glutes and the sides of my hips. And it's the one where you're sitting down and you're pushing your legs out. Now, I figured out that I like to lean forward a little bit because it's concentrating more. I just feel it a lot more in my glutes. And again, I'm only doing 8 to 10 reps and repeating this 4 to 5 times. The maximum amount I could do on this one was only 55 kilograms, which is about 121 pounds. Now, after working on my glutes with this machine, I worked on my inner thighs, doing the adductor. And again, only 8 to 10 reps, repeating this 4 to 5 times. Now, the maximum amount of weight that I could do on this one was a lot less compared to the other ones. I could only go up to 35 kilograms, which is about 77 pounds. Now that is my workout routine for my legs. Getting into my body measurements. First of all, I would like to say that I have dropped some weight. I went down from 87 kilograms down to 86, which is about 189 pounds. Now, the only places that I did lose were my arms and my waist. For my waist, it is now down to 33.5 inches. And both of my arms, I lost a half an inch. So both of them are now 13.5 inches. Now, this is going to be the first time that I'm talking about my body fat percentage because I'm really trying to concentrate on getting that number down into a healthy range. And so I would like to share that with you guys. Now, all I did for this to get the calculations was taking all the measurements. So the measurements they asked for on the calculator were the measurements of my hips, waist, and neck. So those were the only 3 measurements that they asked for. And then they also asked for the weight and height. Now, what I would like to say is I recently found out that I am not 5'7". I am 5'5". Here I thought most of my life, well, most of my high school and college, I always thought I was 5'7". And since we came to Vietnam, we randomly took that measurement again, and I am 5'5". So my body fat percentage is higher than what I thought it was because when I previously done the calculations, I put in 5'7", and I thought it was pretty good because I was almost out of the obese range and into almost like an overweight range. But since I found out that I am 5'5", I had to do all the calculations again, and I am back, unfortunately, into the obese range. Now, my body fat percentage is 35.6%. So I'm still quite up there in the obese category. And I really do want to work my way down to average, which the average for somebody my height is 18.3%. Now, I know with this kind of calculator, there is a margin of error, and that's why I'm just using this number as a guide. I'm not sticking to it religiously. I think using the numbers are a great way to make sure that you are heading in the right direction and that what you're doing is actually working. Use these numbers as your friend or as a guide, and when you see those numbers that are not favorable or they go up, just make sure that you're emotionally detached, seeing, yeah, all right, they've gone up, but what can I do to change this? Or what can I do to address this? Don't feel bad or upset about it. Just think about it and understand why and try to change what you're doing. So maybe the numbers have gone up because your body is used to what you're doing and you started putting back on a little bit. So then think about it, okay, do I need to switch things up or do I have to change completely? That's what the numbers are there for. They're there to gauge. So use that to your advantage. Your body is giving you cues of saying, hey, this is working, or hey, this isn't working. We need to change things up. Take those and use them as a guide on your own weight loss journey. And just know that you're not alone on this journey. We'll all experience those emotional dips, whether you're trying to lose weight, learn a language, or even pursue a career. You're going to have difficulties and pain, but when you can embrace them, then you're taking another step forward. And as long as you're taking that step forward, you are building up your stamina and your journey will never end. Now, what I mean by your journey will never end, that means you are taking steps towards your ultimate goal. Your journey will never end when there is a difficulty or obstacle in your way. I believe that winning the whole journey is about winning these small, difficult moments. Now, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the next video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.